made that? Did you make that? Did you make that?
Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers, check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the fashions with my rashes getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know what, just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this we too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the day before you let him roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas wanna end me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light, now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts, namaste but conquering. Conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
Yeah, chill. What is up? What is up? How is everybody doing today? It's your boy Wildcard Mar. Yes, and I'm back, y'all. We are in the building. Episode 187. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Al Edition. I hope everybody had a fantastic Memorial Day Monday. Yes, Memorial Day Monday, the day that we pay our respects to our fallen soldiers that have kept this country running. I have a lot of veterans in my family, a lot of friends and other family that has served and done things that I haven't thought about doing. All right. I believe in my Second Amendment right, but I've never thought about actually, exercising it to that degree, as in, protecting our country. So shout out to the vets, no doubt, shout out to them. But as always, you see it scrolling by the screen. That was the homie 40 Water, Silent Hill TDS, him and J. Leo, Pale Moon Devil Dance, the official, unofficial theme song to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Al Edition. Now that we got that out the way, y'all go ahead, show them some love on YouTube. And while you over on YouTube, go show us some love, I.O.W. Sports. All right? I.O.W. Sports Network is the address. You can You can always find all our content on YouTube, every last bit of it, all the shows. Shout out to Detroit Mail, went solo today for Memorial Day, did a 1 hour. I'm following up tonight with the Late Night Owl Show. You can always follow us on YouTube, like I said, where all the content is at. Go check out what Detroit Mail did today. As well, you can follow us on Instagram, all right, at I.O.W. Sports Network. All right. Take a time out. Stop looking at them Instagram models and go give us a like, share, and follow. You can always follow us on Twitter. Take a second away from your Twitter beefs. Go give us a like, share, and follow I.O.W. Sports 1 on the Twitter. And most importantly, going over to the Facebook page, I.O.W. Sports Network, where I'm looking at y'all, talking to y'all, you, the viewers, the listeners. This is your time to give your sports take, to give your sports analysis, your sports opinions, drop a funny sports meme, this is the opportunity for y'all. If you have a sports podcast, any type of podcast, share your content. Let people know that you're there. Let people know you exist. You have a small business. Let people know you are a business that operates. All right. We emphasize on the network part. Definitely emphasize on the network part. Let's hop in the comments, see who we got in the building tonight. Yeah, my boy. Yeah, I know it's nearing the 24th hour, but I'm still here. All right. All right. I'm still here. It's all right. We still here. My boy Matt's in the building. Shout out to Matt. And most importantly, see that Cash App right there on the bottom? I.O.W Sports Network. Send $30 to that Cash App. Send an address. And in return, you will get the very exclusive I.O.W Sports cap. There's only 3 people I know that got this in the world. In the world, Craig. There's me. There's Detroit Mail. Our boy Matt. 3 people in the world. Go get you one. Go get you one. Go cop it. Go cop it. All right. We're gonna do a quick top play. Top play. Check this out. All right. I found one, and this is nuts. This happened. But this is crazy. Check out what's my man's name? Jesus Sanchez for the Miami Marlins. Check out what this dude did.
Aggressive is kind of a word that people have used a little bit more with him, that if he can become aggressive on the mound, that he's going to be really, really effective. Sanchez, fly ball, deep right, long way. Oh, my goodness. Nearly a mile high for Jesus Sanchez. Halfway up the upper tank, and it's 1-0.
I don't know what to say other than, wow. That silver bullet bar is above the second deck on the concourse, and he just went shopping up there with that ball. That's crushed.
Wow.
God.
Well, he got every ounce of that one. They're calling that 496 on the home run distance, which is 24 feet longer than the longest home run in baseball this year.
I mean, watch this. Yowzers, that is every ounce of his power put into that swing, perfectly timed. I mean, he leaned back on that so much he was out of the batter's box.
Miggy Rowe pops one up. Still in awe of that home run, which, quick math, they about 15 rows from a mile high, but he hit it a mile away. 496.
My goodness. My 496. I will say this. He was in Colorado. Most hitters love going to Colorado because that high altitude, it makes that ball travel a little bit farther. Turn Coors Field, the stadium in Denver, Colorado. I mean, you can turn that thing into a home run derby. But that's impressive. Look, we got to be honest about things. Like, I know there's a lot of people that's not fans of baseball, but we got to understand, in order to have that good eye contact, that good eye-hand contact or concentration, we got to be honest. It's a craft. It's a skill. And this is what I have a problem with, why they won't let Barry Bonds into the Hall of Fame, because steroids can't help you hit the ball. It might let you get that ball farther. It may make it fly farther. I ain't gonna deny that. But to hit a 96, 97, and nowadays you're hitting 101, 102 mile per hour fastball, and to hit it with your bat, And I'm not talking about grazing it, foul tipping it. I'm talking about putting it in play, letting that motherfucker fly. It takes skill, it takes talent. Not everybody can do that. If everybody can do it, everybody be doing it, right? Am I wrong or am I right? I mean, let's weigh in, but let's be honest. It takes a skill to hit the baseball. So that's why I never understood why Major League Baseball is so big on shit like this. Yeah, we live, baby. What's up, Kofi? you look like a quick. Relax. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Man, that's good, man. That's good, bro. I repped it all weekend. My neighbor who is subscribing. Man, that's dope. That's dope. I appreciate the love, man. Yeah, absolute bomb. He bombed that. Low wall. Do it in St. Louis. Hey, but I mean, it takes skills to hit this baseball, y'all. It takes absolute skills to do this. Not everybody can do this. All right. Not everybody can. So, people say what they want, you know, uh, um, about baseball and all that other jazz. But it takes skills. It takes absolute skills to do that. And you just can't be no regular Joe Schmo doing this. Like, you gotta it takes it's a craft, man. It is a craft. All right. But speaking of baseball, now that we there, there's been something else been going on in the headlines of Major League Baseball. Take a look.
Don't plan on coming out for the anthem going forward.
And another Bay Area coach sounding off on the Texas school shooting tonight. Good evening, I'm Sarah Donchi. KPIX5's Andrea Nakano is at Oracle Park, where Giants manager Gabe Kapler plans to make his stand by sitting out a pregame tradition.
The Giants are on the road right now, but for the foreseeable future, even here at home, skipper Gabe Kapler says he's going to protest during the national anthem.
I don't plan on coming out for the anthem going forward until I feel like I feel better about the direction of our country.
Giants manager Gabe Kapler was brief but to the point during his pregame interview with reporters on Friday.
I don't expect it to move the needle necessarily. It's just something that I feel strongly enough about to take that step. The rest of what I wrote, I think, explains the rest of that, yeah?
It was on Kapler's blog, Cap Lifestyle, titled Home of the Brave, where he explained his reasons for not participating in the national anthem. He described how he felt like dropping to his knees but froze during the anthem on the day of the Uvalde school shooting. He wrote about a lesson he learned from his father to protest when he's dissatisfied with the country. His stance comes on the heels of another head coach, Warrior Steve Kerr, making a passionate plea for gun control.
When are we going to do something?
Kerr did stand during the national anthem before his team won Game 5 to become Western Conference champions. He is a victim of gun violence himself. His father was assassinated when he was only 18 years old.
But I want every person here, every person listening to this, to think about your own child or grandchild or mother or father or sister, brother. How would you feel if this happened to you today? We can't get numb to this.
In San Francisco, Andrea Nakano, KPIX5.
All right, now. That's what Gabe Kapler's doing. He's taking a stand. I will, however, preference is saying that he did come out for the national anthem today because of Memorial Day and because of what it means to the armed forces. That's his decision. Me personally, all right, y'all. Before we get into this conversation, get your drinks. All right, because we gonna have some wild card mall real time right now. I got my smokes. All right, let me get a couple drags of this because we gonna have some real conversation. All right. All right. We ready? All right. I commend Gabe Kapler. Some good shit. I commend Gabe Kapler for standing up for what he believes in, because this is the initial feelings. As y'all know, we had the Kaepernick situation. Kaepernick, we talked about Kaepernick on last week's show, last Thursday. I gave y'all my initial thoughts. I agree with Kaepernick's first initial statement on the situation. I agree with it. And so I'm telling you right now, I agree with Gabe Kapler's initial statements right now. All right? I agree with it. Because he's saying he does not like the direction that our country is going in. All right? He's saying this after the heels of this Uvalde situation in Uvalde, Texas. Terrible situation. We all know about it. If you haven't heard about it, I don't know what you're doing. All right? I don't know where you get up from under that rock. There's a word out there. All right? So I agree with his initial statements, because it's not looking good for our country. Why do we have to deal with this? All right? Now, I get it. This is a sports show. He's a baseball manager. You know, hey, what does this have to do with real life? All right. How many times have y'all heard me say on the show that sports is a parallel to real life? I've said that a million times. And yet, real life stuff keeps creeping into sports. So there are blurred lines between reality and our sports entertainment. There's a blurred lines. There exist. All right. So I agree with Gabe Kapler's initial first thoughts. Here's my thing. The media, what role are they going to play in this? The media, what are they going to play? What role? Because here we have Gabe Kapler refusing to be out in the national anthem, besides today because Memorial Day. And let me touch on that. Here's my thought about him skipping his protest for Memorial Day. I get it. I 100% get it. But here's my thing. Your protest would have been more effective by just sticking to your guns and skipping out on national anthem. Just my opinion. People don't have to agree with me. All right. Don't put your cause and what you feel is wrong with our country on hold. That's just my opinion. I get it's Memorial Day. I get it. But overall, what is the media going to do? What role are they going to play in this? Because if you ask me straight up, is this going to be a Kaepernick situation? I don't think it is. I don't think Gabe Kapler is going to get exiled. I don't think Gabe Kapler is going to be like a Kaepernick, as in, you know, hey, I'm gone, but I still want to come back, settlement. And I don't think that whole situation is going to play out. If it does, we don't know. It's still early. What I'm saying is that with the media, have that same energy. The media was all over Kaepernick. All over him. You know, then you created that whole thing of you with Cap or you're not. And I'm not saying this needs to be done with Gabe Kapler. What I'm saying is that the same energy around the national anthem with Kaepernick, I want that same energy with Gabe Kapler, because it's all circled around the same national anthem. Both had similar points and stands on what they wanted to see change in society. And they both are using the national anthem as their platform in sports. To me, they have a lot of similarities, but I think we're going to get different results. As in, I don't think Gabe Kapler is going to get fired, or he's not going to be able to manage or get another occupation in Major League Baseball. Not like how NFL did Kaepernick. And then years later, NFL wants to, dawn to end racism, end this, and now they so social justly, symbolically aware now. But I need more action instead of these symbolic symbols and shit. Where the action at? It's easy to talk that talk, but real motherfuckers walk that walk. You know what I'm talking about. So come on now. All I'm saying is media, don't go hush on this situation and don't go light. I want y'all to have that same energy that y'all had with Kaepernick. That's all I'm asking for. I'm asking for consistency from the media on how they do shit. I'm asking a lot. I know the deal. I know the real. I'm asking for a lot. But that's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. That's it. But no, I stand up. Stand up. No, I applaud him. He's using his platform just like I'm using my platform for my opinions and things like that. This is my sports show platform where I give my sports opinion. I got another platform called I.O.W for, more social opinions. But I'm using my podcast as in my platform to say what I feel about certain topics, certain situations. Come on, media, have that same energy. Have that same energy with Gabe Kapler like you did with Colin Kaepernick. Circled around, using their platform based off of the national anthem. Have that same energy. Keep shit consistent across the board. All right? That's it. Let's move on, because obviously today's Monday. I honestly, and here's the thing, Anthony. In my opinion, both of them, they both have their targeted audiences, so they're going to play to their target audiences, and that's the problem that you have with media is you're targeted to their target audience who watches their shit, and so you're going to manipulate some facts. It's just going to happen, and that's my problem with the media. Either you about that life or you not. Nobody wants to smoke, you dig? Hey, either you about it or you not. What my man Master P say, I'm about it. I'm about it. Hey, I'm more Master P. All right. I am definitely a Master P. I'm about it. That's how I feel. But no, let's move on. Because I don't want to dampen the mood with a lot of social stuff, sports related, even though it is sports related. But let's move on. We got a final set up, y'all. We got an NBA Finals. Starts June 2nd, this Thursday. Guess what? We got Boston Celtics taking on the Golden State Warriors. But let's recap Sunday night's Game 7, Eastern Conference Finals. Everybody been talking about it all day on Monday, all the talking heads. My turn. All right. So this is what happened. And we're going to talk about the key part. Because it's very necessary. It's very necessary. All right. So as you can see, this was the final moments of the game.
My thought process was go for the win, which I did. Missed the shot, but I'm taking that shot. My teammates liked the shot that I took, so I'm living with it. My thought process was go for the win, which I did. Missed the shot, but I'm taking that shot. My teammates liked the shot that I took, so I'm living with it.
All right, Jimmy. We got to have a conversation, Jimmy Butler. You saying that you got teammates that are okay with you taking that shot. I need them teammates to come stand up. I need to hear from them. I'm not saying I don't trust you, Jimmy. I just need to hear from them. If you saying that your teammates are okay with you taking that shot, I need to hear from them. I need to hear from them. That's all. So there's two things in this game, that game 7, that really tripped me out. Before we get to the Jimmy part, I know I'm kind of all over the place. Here's my thing with the they took back Strus's 3 points. Said he stepped out of bounds. I looked at that replay a million times, and I should have downloaded it and I should have put it up here for conversation purposes. His heel was up in the air. It never hit the floor. Heel on his left foot, it was over the out of bounds line, but it didn't hit the out of bounds line. As in, his tippy toes was inbounds, his heel was up, and his heel was up above, right above the out of bounds line. I've seen that a million times from all type of shooters. They've done that a million times. That the heel is not on the out of bounds line, is above it. And never once have I seen anybody go back and take those 3 points off the board because of a situation like that. My thing is in real time, the ref called it a 3 points. You review it, so you have all the camera angles, all the views in God's green earth in that arena to see if he stepped out. And not once have I seen one view that Strus stepped out of bounds. So that's one issue I have. Here's the other part of the issue. What prompted the review to even go back and go look at that? You know, and it wasn't like it was like it was like down the road. Like there was other, like at least probably like another 2 minutes of basketball that has been played before they decided to even go back, review, and take those 3 points off the board. If I remember correct, ESPN even went on commercial break. And then next thing you know, you hear the ring announcer say something, and I couldn't hear what he said. And then you had the actual ESPN crew explain that they took the points off the board. So what prompted the review? That's what I want to know. And I'm not saying that Miami would have won had the 3 points not been taken off. But let's put this shit in perspective. Besides that last 2 point, a couple of free throws that Boston got, they end up winning by 4. You know what I'm saying? They end up winning by 4. So if you technically leave that 3 point shot on the scoreboard for Miami, they're up 1. They're up 1. Or if not, at least tied. I don't get what when you see shit like this is what gets my mind. I don't know about y'all, but this is what gets my mind into that part that say, hey, this shit's rigged like a motherfucker. It's because of shit like this. What prompted the review? I'm talking about time has passed. Literally, at least 2 minutes. If I may be right, I may be wrong. I don't know, but it felt like I've seen some basketball played. In like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I think ESPN even went on commercial break. They come back, play some more basketball, and all of a sudden, review, take 3 points off the board for what? Why? I did not like that. I did not like that from the NBA. I didn't like that. You do shit like that, it makes me lean a little bit closer to that you is rigging your product type of thinking mindset. You know? Oh, Jamel, what's up, big bro? Shout out to Detroit Man, the man with the Grandmaster playing. And bingo. With that 3-pointer standing, Jimmy may have taken a different shot. That, to me, them taking that's a good point, man. Them taking that 3 points off the board, it changes that game. Maybe Miami's in the lead. Maybe the game is tied. Who knows? But I think it changed. I think that call changed. It changed the trajectory. And that's a great point. Maybe we don't get that 3-point shot from Jimmy. That's the same when KD shot that 3, but they called it a 2. NBA needs better camera angles. Either better camera angles or they need to get a better health insurance, vision insurance for their refs. They can invest in that. Invest in that shit. Get these guys better health care. Put them on a good training regimen. Make sure they 20/20 vision is up to date, is on par. Can we talk about this with just refs in general? To me, in my opinion, that the refs should be held to a physical standard just like the professional athletes that they are refereeing for. And what I'm saying is, if you are a ref for football and you have to do a lot of running, you can't be no slob. You need to be in shape because you need to be in position to make the right call. You can't be coming up on the play late. I'm just being serious. Hey, if you're not in the right position, you can't make the right call. Because your lazy ass, sloppy ass can't even get in position because you barely move. Can't even run. You know, you need to be in the right spot. I just think they need to have a higher standard for these referees. They want a union? Give them a union. They want to get paid? Well, pay. You can afford it. NFL can. NBA, I know you can. Y'all top 2 sports entertainment entities out there right now. Billions, bringing in billions. Bringing in billions yearly. You can pay the referees. You can pay them. Because you don't want no Tim Donahue going to Vegas, rigging games, make his pockets fat. Because here's the thing. Y'all in bed with Vegas now. NFL is deep. NFL is deep in the pockets in business with Vegas. Sponsors everywhere. Got a team there. Super Bowl about to be there next year. They in deep with Vegas. He was about to win, but Vegas was like, no, we want Boston. I wouldn't put it past it. You want to know who's going to win? Follow the money. Who does Vegas think? I haven't seen the odds yet on the finals. But when you look at these sports entities that are in business with Vegas, man, it's kind of hard not to think that this shit's not rigged anymore. Because anything that you can bet on, it can be swayed by Vegas. And guess what? Vegas, the house never lose. Got him. But back to Jimmy Butler. He said he was comfortable taking a shot. I've seen Jimmy Butler make pull-up threes before. I have. But here's my thing. Jimmy Butler's not a great three-point shooter. He's not. Go look at his career stats. He's not even 400. Not even that. He's low in the low 300s. He's not a great 3-point shooter. That's not his shot. I don't like him taking that shot with the time that was left on. I don't like him taking that shot that early in the shot clock and still probably give or take 20 seconds left on the game clock. That you're taking that shot. You know? I and here's the thing. Al Horford wasn't that far back to the rim. He was a lot closer to Jimmy. If anything, Al Horford was as far back as the free throw line. And Jimmy Butler's more athletic and agile than Al Horford. Me personally, I would have preferred that he took it to the rim, tried to get the contact, and still go up pretty good with the basketball to still get the 2-point bucket. Then at least you're tied. So even if you don't get the call, you still got the game tied. You got all the momentum. You don't have to foul. And you give yourself a chance to win. I trust me, I get what Jimmy is saying. I took the shot because, damn it, I want to win. Obviously, look, it's a no-brainer. If Jimmy makes that shot, we're not talking about it. We're not talking about his very not so great 3-point shooting percentage in his career. We're not talking about it if he makes that shot. But he missed. Obviously, we know he missed. So yes, there's gonna be some scrutiny that's gonna come with that. And to my knowledge, Jimmy's well aware of that. From what I've seen the interviews, and he's not hiding from it. He said, "I like the shot. I take the shot." I'm just saying, wish these teammates that said they was okay with you taking that shot. Because I know me. Because y'all know me. We keep it real on the show. If I'm your teammate, hey, bro, get a better shot. We're only down 2. You don't need to go for the win. You can't win an NBA basketball game with 20 seconds left on the clock. 20 seconds left on the clock on the NBA is a lifetime. You know how much a game can change in 20 seconds? Hell, an NFL game just changed this past January in 13 seconds. So don't try to act like that things can't change a lot in a basketball game in 20 seconds. I'd have been like, Jimmy, yo, bro, what the fuck you doing, bro? Get us in a better position. Tie the game. And then after that, a lot can happen in 20 seconds. And some shit can fall our way. But it ain't going to fall our way if we're not tied. If we're not in a position to be either get the win or stop them from winning. You're behind. When you're behind, there's no leverage. There's no room for mistakes. But 20 seconds left on the clock. Bro, come on, man. We need a better shot selection. But I'm gonna say this about Miami. Good effort coming back. But then, man, they got to do something with this roster, bro. I'm not saying go out and go get you a max player to add with Jimmy Butler, but you need to get a damn good, solid role player. Because here's what I envision. You look at the size that Boston had against Miami. Miami couldn't do nothing. They don't have, I'll say this, they don't have the stars on offense to hang with that Boston defense. They just didn't. If you ask me, the only reason why they got back in the game is Boston got too cute. Why the hell Marcus Smart taking the last shot on 5 straight possessions. I like Marcus Smart, but you're not the number one option. What the hell was that about? What the hell was that about? Oh, see, Matt, 23.3% was Jimmy Butler's 3-point percentage this season. Yeah. What the hell I'm going to do with that? I mean, you don't have to be a rocket science to understand why I don't like this shot. Analytically, he shouldn't have took it. Not a 23.3% 3-point shooter. I love Jimmy buckets. I love Jimmy. Jimmy Butler played his ass off this series. He played his ass off. He played his ass off pretty much all season. But no Tyler Hero. So that's one of your supposed to be premier shooters, not available. And let's be honest, we've said it multiple times. He wasn't looking too hot. He wasn't looking too hot. Wasn't playing too well. Wasn't playing too well at all. So you weren't going to be able to count on Tyler Hero. I know he tried to play. It won't go make a difference. You needed more consistency from Bam Adebayo. I said it on the show. Y'all have heard me say it. Y'all even agree. He needed to be more consistent on the offensive side and not just give me good defense and rebounds. He did it in game 3, yeah, but wasn't consistent enough in the series to do it. Just wasn't able to. I need more consistency from Bam Adebayo on the offensive side. I know what we get from Bam on the defense and rebounding side. I know that. Most top player on the team will take the last shot. Yes, I agree with you, Anthony, but not that shot. It's okay if Jimmy takes the last shot, but not a 23.3% 3-point shooter taking that shot with 20 seconds left on the clock. It's a bad shot. You are down 2 points. You can't win a basketball game with 20 seconds left on the clock. You can't win a basketball game with 20 seconds left on the clock. We've all played basketball in some shape or form, whether it's recreational or competitively. 20 seconds on a clock in a basketball game when you had the chance to ability to foul and stop the clock. Timeouts. I know Miami didn't have any timeouts left, but you can still stop the clock with 20 seconds left. Get quick buckets. Foul Boston. But at least get to the point where you're tied, where you have the ability to win or stop the other team from winning, not when you're behind. I just don't. I didn't. No, I can't. I can't. Especially after all that fighting that they did to get back in that game. They had some good breaks to go their way. Bad shot selection by Marcus Smart. Offensive foul by Jaylen Brown. Gave Adebayo the elbow shimmy. Straight to the jaw. Yeah. Bam kissed that elbow. Well, woozied in a motherfucker. Strauss hitting a couple of big threes. You had to fight back for them taking the 3-point off the board. That 3-point off the board, I hate to bring it up again, but you look how the game ended, and that's a pivotal call. That is a pivotal call. Very pivotal call to make. Because I think that affected a lot with this. Miami needs another scorer that can average at least 20. Yeah, and that's all I'm saying. Just to be a wingman, to be like, hey Jimmy, you ain't got to do it all. Hey, get Victor Oladipo out. He ain't the same Oladipo no more. See, 4 years ago, he was the man in Indiana, was putting them averaging like 25 points. That ain't him no more. Been dealing with a lot of injuries the last 4 years, and you see the way that he playing. I think he lost some IQ. He got to go. What was Duncan Robinson? Ain't he supposed to be the other pure shooter? What happened to him? Huh? What happened to him? He got to go. Bam is athletic, but I think the Heat would be able to maximize his good athleticism on offense and get the production that we need from him on offense if they get a big man and move Bam to the 4. Just my opinion. Because when Bam's playing the 5, he has to put all that energy on defense and offense. But I'd say if you move him to the 4 and let a big man do the dirty work on the defense and get the rebounds and all that shit, that gives Bam more energy and more chances to probably be more effective on the offensive side. Obviously, he's still going to be able to be a good rebounder and defender. But let a big man come in there and be the glass cleaner. Because when you got Bam being the glass cleaner, that's energy taken away from the other side, the other aspects of the game. It's just facts. I'm not saying he needs to be a, offensive power forward, but we need better production from the offensive side of Bam. So this series showed me Boston didn't play good against the Heat team with 2 good players. Warriors going to murder them. I wouldn't be so sure. I will say this. I feel Boston kind of played down to their competition too much for my liking. But if you look at Boston roster, man, it's pretty damn. It's a solid squad. It's a damn good solid squad. Dubs in 5, 6 tops. Refs were pretty one-sided last night. Yeah, all right. Here's my starting point. If you're going, if people are going to go Warriors, you got to start at 6. I'm sorry. Saying that that Warriors going to get rid of Boston in 5 to me is wow. Let's put the weed down a little bit. Like we're going a little bit too far. And the only reason why I say that is because you look at how great that defense is of Boston. You talking about Kevin Durant and Kyrie. They up out of there. Giannis Antetokounmpo up out of there. Jimmy Butler up out of there. This Boston defense has seen good scores. Yeah, fire that bitch up. Fire that bitch up. Matter of fact, I'm about to re-spark my little joint. You know what I'm saying? To me, Boston has too much good defense, and they get good contributions on offense. So if Jason Tatum is kind of slacking, then Jaylen Brown usually goes off. If Jaylen Brown is cold, then usually Jason Tatum goes off. And let's not forget, Marcus Smart has been contributing his 19, 20 points on offense, and as well as being a defensive nuisance. If you ask me straight up, this NBA Finals is match up very damn well. You got two teams in Boston and Golden State they're deep. We've gone numerous times on how deep the Golden State Warriors team is, from top to bottom. It's not just Clay. It's not just Steph. They got contributors up and down that line. Contributors not just in scoring. You got contributors that rebounding, playing defense, assisting. Some can do the scoring. You got some that do a good mixture of all that. I mean, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Jordan Poole. We'll see what happens with Otto Porter Jr. before he got hurt. He was contributing. Andrew Wiggins, you know, if Gary Payton II comes back, he was contributing before he got hurt. Contributors go to state, feeds off that. It's a team contribution. Here's my only knock. Because I want to go Dubs in 7. And this is why I'm still on the fence. And my initial feelings is I was leaning towards Boston in 7. As much as it's disgusts me of saying anything good about Boston, because I'm a Lakers fan and I don't want to be rooting for anything Boston Celtics like. But I'm looking at the matchup. I'm also looking at Vegas. Peep this out, y'all. And I was thinking about this, and yes, I was high. You know, marijuana opens my brain waves and lets me think about certain things in a different perspective. So what I'm saying is, look at what's been going on lately. The Eastern Conference Finals MVP trophy now is called the Larry Bird Trophy. The Western Conference Final MVP is now called the Magic Johnson Trophy. What did HBO just put out this year that highlighted both franchises? They put out Winning Time. It's a show about how the Showtime Lakers came apart, but they made it a very, very clear point to still pinpoint and highlight the rivalry between the Lakers and the Celtics and Magic versus Bird. Then you look at what Jason Tatum did. Got the 24 purple and gold on his elbow. I know a lot of Boston fans, true diehard Boston fans, were cringing. I was cringing because I'm like, that son of a bitch. What are you doing rocking our colors with your Celtic green on? Blasphemy. All I'm saying is that those are signs that I'm getting from Vegas. That's the Vegas part that I'm looking at in this. There's been a lot of symbolic, some symbols, imagery to describe how the NBA is really feeling about the landscape of their product. It's all about a lot of Magic and Bird, Celtics and Lakers. And since the Lakers fucked up that plan and couldn't make it to this far and couldn't even get into the play-in tournament, Vegas has to fucking come up with a new story now. It's just like in WWE, when you got a certain story that you're trying to tell with certain wrestlers, one gets hurt or he gets arrested or something like that. Oh, damn it, I got to readjust my story. I still got a big piece of the original part of the story, but I need something else to fix this fuck up. So that's the Vegas part that I'm looking at. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. We come to game 7 and look at Boston, who's now won a game 7 in Miami. Don't be surprised they go to San Francisco, game 7, Chase Stadium or Chase Arena, whatever the hell the Warriors is calling that place. And they go in there, and Jason Tatum walks out with a Larry O'Brien trophy and an MVP trophy. Don't be surprised. That's what's really, when I was thinking about this matchup the other day, that's the first thing that came out is like, where's Vegas sitting at in this? Because I have to take it into account. I have to take it into account. There's been a lot of imagery around Lakers Celtics. You get one of the participants here. That's all I'm saying. It might be reaching, but hey, this is what happens when I'm high. I think all kinds of shit, really crazy shit. But here's what I want to go to the basketball part, was kind of got me leaning just a little bit towards Boston. If there was any time that James Wiseman could be healthy and be a part of the game plan, this would be now. Because when you look at the Al Horford, Robert Williams III of Boston, two big men that are very athletic. Even Al Horford is still athletic in his age. They have the size advantage over Golden State. Draymond Green is slightly smaller than Al Horford, slightly smaller than Robert Williams. Right now, Kayvon Looney is the only guy that can match up with either one of those two size-wise. There's not a lot of size on that Golden State roster. That's why I'm saying James Wiseman, if he was healthy right now, would be the best time for him to be eligible to play. That young big man that Golden State is waiting to come around. If he could get healthy, this would be the perfect series for him to match up against Boston. An athletic big man versus an athletic big man. Because that Robert Williams guy is no joke. Al Horford has somehow found the fountain of youth and reversed time, and now he's playing like he's back in Florida Al Horford. Yeah, Florida Al Horford. With Joakim Noah and Corey Brewer in them. Yeah, he's looking like that Al Horford. And he's brought a leadership mentality to that team that they really wanted in him. They love Al Horford. He's been a different dynamic. Marcus Smart coming off the bench is a different dynamic. Jason Tatum can go for 50 anytime he wants to. Jaylen Brown can at least go for 30 if he has good shot selection. So when you got the size advantage, and not only the size advantage is in your favor, but those big men can move. How Benjamin Button Horford. That's what's kind of leaning me toward. I think that they match up with Golden State pretty damn well, because Golden State, like I said, they got contributions from a lot of people. Same with Boston. They get contributions from a lot of people. They're rough. They're rugged. Golden State is rough and rugged. Both are very physical teams. Both pride themselves on actually playing defense. They pride themselves on playing defense. They got the size advantage, but they're gonna have to move Steph. Jaylen Brown's gonna have to play the best defensive game on Steph. I will put Tatum on Clay. That's what I would do. I will put Jaylen Brown on Steph, and I will put Tatum on Clay. Or if not, hell, me personally, I would go to a 3-2 zone. Wing at the 3-point lines on both sides, top of the key. And my other two on the blocks. I'm daring you. I'm asking you to go inside. I'm daring you to go inside. I don't want you. Look, you know what Golden State's been doing? You know how they beat Dallas? Dallas was like, oh, we're gonna live or die by the three. Golden State was like, hey, we got great 3-point shooters, but we're not living and dying by the three. We're just gonna beat you up inside. That's what if people paid attention, that's what Golden State did against Dallas. So if I would dare Golden State to come inside, where you already have the advantage. Al Horford, Robert Williams. Who's matching up with that? It's going to be a great NBA Finals. I think we got two good teams that are deep, where there's not just one person that you live and die off. You know, with Miami, if Jimmy Butler's having a bad night, if we win, man, we had the dog fight for that one. Same thing with Dallas. If Luka's off, man, we got a dog fight to get a win. This ain't it. Warriors play real basketball. Celtics play real basketball. They both play team basketball. But don't get it twisted. They know who the hand you go to when you need a bucket. They go to Jason Tatum in Boston, and they go to Steph Curry in Golden State. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. All right, y'all. We reached that hour. I appreciate y'all. Much love for y'all. Y'all always keep supporting a brother. So episode 187 is in the books. Y'all come back tomorrow. And yes, tomorrow we will be at our regular scheduled 23rd hour time. All right. Bro was running late tonight. All right. It's cool. And I hate that I missed the show today. My job, they know I got shit to do on Monday and Thursdays. And they got me scheduled on both Monday and Thursday this week. So I won't be at neither one of the afternoon shows. So yeah, I ain't happy about that. We don't have a conversation about that shit. Because they know. They know. And they did it anyway. We don't have to talk about that. But no. But I ain't gonna fuck up my money though. No, in all reality, 23rd hour, the boys back. All right. Come on now. Y'all have yourselves a fantastic Tuesday. I hope y'all had a great Memorial Day. Celebrated, remembered some great people that have sacrificed their lives for our freedoms. You know what I'm saying? That's what Memorial Day is about. It's not just about blunts, barbecue, and bitches. All right. I just made that up. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But no, y'all come back. 23rd hour, same wild card tomorrow. It's been real. 188 tomorrow night. Y'all come back now, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace and love. Go have a fantastic Tuesday, y'all.
Yo. Sound like LTD verse. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, let me get serious this time. Yo, I'm on my God of War shit. All the war spits, let the bass kick, nigga, feel the fucking floor lift. Watch your pores rip from these razor blade fingertips. Smoke hit your face like a hammer fist. Outstanding wit, suicidal flow. Nose dive into a free fall. Speedball, cannonball, jerking out on Adderall. I just watch the bodies fall. Supercharged like Dragon Ball. When I spit this fire out my mouth, you hear the dragon skull. Daily with explosive, if you're softer than some woven silk. Grind the rapper's flesh in the syrup and call it muscle